Hey everyone, it's me, Dirty Honey. Welcome to the show. So don't forget to like and subscribe again, dude. Just right down there. Beep, 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 beep. Do it, okay? Sheesh. I'm gonna do it right now. Look, I just liked it and subscribe to it. So today I'm going to talk about the most underrated thing in the planet, the most underrated experience by most. Some people appreciate the heck out of it like me, but I'm telling you, man, if you're not doing this shit, you're missing the boat big time, bro. I'm talking about, what am I talking about? Sounds pretty awesome. It's meditation, dude. Bro. Meditation is fucking awesome, dude. It is the coolest shit. Why is it so cool, right? Why is it so enjoyable? Why is there things that you hear about like, oh, leave your body, and it sounds all mystical and sketchy or some shit. Like it's kind of scary maybe to some people, and they think they're gonna, they're doing witchcraft or I don't know what the hell. But dude, it's the most enjoyable thing. Let me kind of just break it down for myself. Break it down for how I kind of see the whole thing, or how I'm starting to feel like I understand it or feel about it. Understand, maybe not, but feel, yes. So we have, a good portion of what we are is focus. Like we focus. Focus is the best thing you can do for yourself. And it's something that we do, like nonstop, without being told. We focus on something, or even if we're spacing out, we're kind of just focusing in our mind on something. But I think what we do is like we have let's say we have 100 focus. And 100% whatever, 100 focus. And in a typical day, in a normal setting, 99% of every day is spent with almost all of that focus used on what we see in our vision. And then the vast majority of whatever's left is focus that we spend on the sounds that we're hearing that are related to what we see and potential dangers, because we're like a squirrel and shit. Oh no, there's something's gonna kill me, right? Here comes a car, or whatever. So we have that alertness. It's like protect yourself. So we're listening and all kinds of other things you're listening for, right? But most of our focus is, I don't want to say it's wasted, but it's definitely prioritized in a regular setting to vision, number one, and then sound, a huge percent, number two, and then whatever's left is like how I feel, which most of the time you're not like, oh, I feel this way. You just don't even recognize it. You're not spending focus on it. You're not spending any of that 100 on focusing how my toenail feels. I didn't even know I had a fucking toenail right now until I thought about it, right? So the things that we're not focusing on kind of don't exist. And then we have a portion which it's actually not very much, I don't think, of a portion of that gets spent focus on what we think about it. But for the most part, our focus isn't really wasted on what we're thinking about, how to react to whatever's happening, unless it's some sort of like, holy shit event, right? Most of the time it's not, so you don't have to worry about focusing or thinking and processing all kinds of crazy ass information that you have to see what you feel about it first, right? Most things are just like instinctual or habitual, and you're just like, I've done this a million times, and I eat my eggs and drink my coffee, whatever, okay? So the thing is that we're accustomed to spending or wasting or whatever, prioritizing the majority of our focus on the outside, on things that are happening outside of our window, our eyes, right? Because the eyes are the window to the soul, and from the soul to the whatever, or however you say it, okay? The window, the eyes, there's something inside called a mind, and then there's everything else outside. So we spend, because the outside is bigger, seemingly, we spend all of our focus on what's going on outside. That's where everyone else is. That's where stuff can hurt me. That's where stuff can get me benefits. So I'm looking for shit. That's how you have fun. You ride a skateboard. You have to see. right? So you're using these things. But meditation is, I kind of think of it like our window is the 0 point. And we spend most of our time going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as far as I can count up and see. Seldom do we get to cancel out all the 1, 2, 3s and go look from 0 the other direction inside the window. And so when you're standing at the 0 point looking out all the time, you forget or don't even know what the fuck's really going on inside your own head on the inside of the 0 point going that way. And I'm telling you right now, it's way better than anything's going on out here. Or maybe not way better, but it's surprisingly enjoyable. Right now, it's the most enjoyable thing I do. And it's cool because what's cool about it is that anything that you do that you enjoy, basically you're enjoying how it feels, right? You're having fun, and that fun is a feeling of whatever the fuck it is that you're feeling that makes you, that you enjoy having go on during that process. So it's a feeling that you're enjoying. Like if you go on vacation or something and you come back, you had fun on the feeling, and then most of the pleasure or whatever from a vacation and stuff is remembering it and thinking about it and the memory of the feeling or the experience and the feelings you had while you're having the experience. It's all about the feeling. Okay. And so what is really cool about meditation, or what's really cool about our consciousness, is that feelings actually are coming from the inside. That's where everything is. It's like we're on the outside trying to use all these things out here to pull good feelings out from the inside and have them, when they're all sitting right here while you're on the couch watching fucking whatever you watch, dude. Dirty Honey. Hey, right there. Right. Good job. So meditation gives you access to, and it's, it takes a little practice, bro. Everything does. It's not like you're just going to snap in, close your eyes and be like, oh, holy shit, I had an out-of-body experience. It was fucking nuts. I did this. No, it's not going to happen that easy, dude. It takes a minute. My evolution through my meditation life or whatever since I started doing it has definitely changed. It's always been enjoyable and eye-opening, or third eye opening. But the more I do it, the more experience I get, the easier it is to access the points in the states. And I kind of feel like, hey, I'm back. Hey, remember me? I'm here again. It's super badass, bro. I have easy access to my mind now without having it all, focus misprioritized. So what I do then is or what's cool about the meditation and what happens is you're basically going to, so what I like to do lately is I go out, in the morning, I close my eyes, sit there, drink my coffee, I burn a fat joint, and then I close my eyes and I just listen. And so you have to have you don't have to have anything, but what I like to do is have, some people have a mantra and they'll sit there and say it. I have more like a technique that I try to use instead, and mine's listening instead of, so most of our focus is prioritized towards vision thing is easy to get rid of and focus towards the inside when your eyes are closed, because you don't have that vision part anymore necessarily, other than the things that you're seeing on the inside of your eyelids. And so, which I imagine is probably, I don't know if that's the same for everyone. That's a trippy thing to think about. It's hard to describe what it looks like, and so, but when you do that, I'll close my eyes, and that gives me a much easier shortcut way to getting closer to just my mind. And now I can do it in seconds, almost immediately upon closing my eyes. I'm in where I want to be, and then I work as deep as I can into my mind. Or, it's not even working. It's more like letting go of other things and just letting your mind do whatever the fuck it's gonna do, and you kind of just, it's you, it's just so fun. And another thing that I like to do, so I'll use sound, I'll listen to everything around me and just enjoy that, and kind of start being as much in the sound portion of everything as I can and detaching from my, physical focus on my body itself and just focus on the sounds and the darkness and the colors swirling around whatever I'm looking at in there. And then thoughts will come in that have visualizations, and so another technique or technique or whatever that I use when I'm in there is picturing myself somewhere that I would like to be, or in my dream property, somewhere outside, because I'm outside doing that and I can hear birds and stuff like this. So that makes it easier for me to pretend like I'm somewhere in this kick-ass nature scene, and there's whatever happening. And you can picture yourself skydiving if you want. I mean, literally, your mind is so powerful. You can picture yourself doing anything you want, and you'll start to realize how much you feel your feelings about doing that. And remember, the feeling is what you're going for when you actually do the skydiving event, which, I'm not saying just to live your entire life in a meditation and don't do anything, just do it in your head. But you could, because I'm telling you, it's super duper enjoyable thing to do. And so when you hear people talk about leaving their body, and I kind of wanted to talk about that because that happens to me, and it's not a scary thing, but it's more like it's something that I try to achieve, and it's not always, that's, a little more advanced, to get there. I'm not as easy to get to that state as I am just to get into the happy place or whatever. But I can do it and have done it to a certain extent at least. And what it was for me, or what it is for me when I get there, is I try to just really freaking relax. And you'll start to notice your body more, and just kind of what my body starts to just, I try to sit up real straight and then go into my because I'm always conscious of everything. It's not like you blank out. It's kind of like hypnotists, I think. I've never been hypnotized, but I hear that you're still conscious, but you're just doing whatever the guy says or some shit, however that works. But I sit up real straight and then just I'm already in my eyes closed for 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever, at this point. And then I'll just really try to feel everything and try and control the amount of my 100 focus as much as I can to pay attention to just the feelings. And I can recognize, or I see or feel or whatever, my body's focus prioritization within the 100 getting lower and lower as I kind of leave my body. The last part of feeling my body is recognizing that it just feels like a pile of skin or something, like there's no feeling in it almost. And then after that, there's a little bit of like elation or something, and I think that's where the whole, I'm leaving my body, or like some people I've heard talk about how it feels like they get sucked out into something. I think that's the part where your brain or your mind is actually detaching from or leaving your physical focus prioritization to an extent that it feels like there's nothing there, so you're almost like walking on air. It's all mind at that point, and it feels so fucking good, dude. It's like some crazy amazing, just some shit I can't even explain. It's like, it's just, I kind of think that it feels like, I've tried to think of what I can compare it to, and there's certain times when you're laying in bed and you're still super tired, but it's like you kind of turn around a little bit and snuggle into whatever and get cozy, and there's this certain part of doing that process of getting cozy and feeling and going back into full relax that feels so good when you're in bed doing that. The feeling inside of meditation at certain states, including portions of this one, feel something like that. And they also have this feel of like excitement or like fun, like enjoyment or something. And it's just this, and you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there. Like, I don't want to leave it, you know. And sometimes it's hard to, not that life isn't good, but it's just all good in your head. Like, you don't have anything else in there it just feels all new and like just, it's huge. It's just so much bigger than real life because you can, you know, and I'm not trying to sound, you know, any kind of wonky weird shit where, you know, mind closing and, you know, whatever. Okay, it kind of sounds weird saying it out loud, but I'm telling you, your mind's fucking huge. From when you look at numbers, and if you're the zero, one goes all the way up to infinity. It also goes all the way down to infinity. So if there was this window that you're standing in and you can see out into infinite space as far as reality's physical conscious ability to understand it, whatever, is there, then inside your mind is infinitely inside too. And it's fucking huge. We just don't access it. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, listening to yourself would be a good idea, and that's pretty much what it is you just go in there and enjoy your infinite inside and get out of it the experiences that whatever you want them to be, and the feelings, it kind of makes, I mean, you can just generate anything in there. So I don't know, super, super cool. Oh, and another thing I wanted to kind of say that I do that helps me get into the forget about my body state is something to do with sound as well. Like I will, sounds waves. And so I'll start to try and imagine everything that I'm hearing in the form of those waves. And they all kind of, in my mind, look different heights and different shaped little wobblies, right? And so, kind of like this. Like I'll be sitting here and there's waves that are going like this from the car down the street, and then there's some other waves that are like this, and then there's long, slow waves, right? And so, and they're coming from whatever sides, directions, right? And so, this is me, okay? And I'm here, and I imagine myself listening to those waves, and as I'm sitting still and the wave is coming towards me, it's curvaturing into me as my receptor, my ears, comprehend what's happening. And so I kind of try and let my mind visualize the sound waves entering my ear and my whole conscious, right? And so that helps to really kind of, it's like an exercise or something in focus, control, or something like that, where you can guide your mind to focus more of its 100 and prioritize that towards things that are happening that don't have to do with the physical or the visual. And I don't know, for me though, this is the most fucking underrated thing that you can do out there, and everybody should try it. If you have any free time and quiet time to do this, make it happen, dude. And outside seems to be the best place for me. I love that. So, but the whole leaving the body thing seems to me to be more of a detachment or forgetting about, ignoring the body from the mind's perspective or point of view, rather than actually physically having your spirit or some shit leave your physical body and go somewhere else. Because whether that's happening or capable of happening, where, you know, maybe you can tap into another dimension that's right outside of this, and who knows what could really go on there. But I think for the most part, it's basically just focus, redirection towards something inside to the point that the physical becomes insignificant enough to feel like it's been left. Something like that. And it's fucking awesome, bro. Do it. Okay? And also, be nice. Okay? Don't be a dick. Be nice. And 91.5 FM on the radio, KUSC.org on the internet. Dude, it's the shit, okay? Do it. It's fucking awesome music. And like and subscribe, dude. Look, bing, bing, it's not hard, dude. I'll wait. 1, 2, 3. See, you did it already. Alright, guys, girls, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.